Hey, YouTube, Rich McCall Serpents, how's it going? So, if you've been following along last year or so, I've had two previous videos on my speculation on Bongo Pied. So, if you haven't followed those two videos, man, go ahead, they're linked down below somewhere or other. Check them out, they're kind of fun. But, if you just as an aside, in case you haven't followed those videos, a year ago, I had a Bongo Cinnamon male that I put to a het pied female, and I was just trying to make Bongo Cinnamons. And two pieds popped out, one of which was really unique, and I named her Goblin. And I'll show you Goblin in a bit. But the speculation was the Bongo Cinnamon wasn't supposed to be het pied. Was this the father of that pied? Because that het pied had been with other males previously, all of which were either pieds or het pieds. That heritage was always there. So I didn't know. And at that point, a year ago, nobody had made a Bongo Pied that I was aware of. I hadn't been able to find a photo. Nobody online was aware of anybody else who'd made a Bongo Pied. So nobody knew. No one can answer that question. So this year, I took the same Bongo Cinnamon. I took the same Bongo Cinnamon, and I had put him with a virgin pied female. It's a pied that I grew up myself from a baby. She's ready to go right now. No other snake has ever been in there with her. So we knew for sure the only male that could be the father of these eggs is that Bongo Cinnamon. Those eggs hatched. Actually, they hatched over a week ago. And I made a video then. The video was terrible. It was really bad. So I just flushed it. So then I waited for all those babies to have their first shed. Because we'll go ahead and we'll go check those babies out. And I'll just stop the suspense right here. It was not a Bongo Pied. And here's why. I knew that before they even hatched that it couldn't be a Bongo Pied, because 2 or 3 other folks this year made Bongo Pieds. And it made a pretty cool pied, but definitely Goblin is not those pieds. So I don't know what Goblin is. Goblin is still a mystery pied. I gotta grow her up. She's a female, so it's gonna take 3 years. We'll grow her up, we'll throw a regular pied to her and just see what he makes. And maybe she's just a goofy pied. I'll show her again at the end of the video so you can look at her. She's really dark and she doesn't look like a normal pied. That doesn't mean she's not a normal pied. It happens. So congratulations to those folks who actually made Bongo Pieds this summer. I was pleased in that the Bongo Pied seems to be mid and low whites is what people made. It doesn't mean they won't make a high white, but what I didn't want Bongo to do was make a high white pied only. Or very high whites, because it makes it harder to work with in pied. Pied, I like to pull pattern out. So my favorite is medium pieds, but lows are fine too. I like lows a lot because then you get all that pattern to work with. So I'm really pleased with the fact that Bongo Pied turned out to be a pied that has medium and lows. It's got a cool pattern to it. I think it's going to be a great base to mix into other stuff. So I look forward to making some cool Bongo Pied combos, because even though I didn't make any pieds in this clutch, I did make 4 Bongo or Bongo Cinnamon het pieds. Possibly I'll let 1 or 2 of those go. I'm probably going to keep them all. I know. I'm not supposed to keep everything, right? That's what my wife says. Not supposed to keep it all. I like to keep it all. I'm sorry. Hey, and check out the shirt. This is my original Rich McCall Serpents, Jorgamunder, the world serpent taking over the world. That's me right there. There I am. That's me. Yeah. And you know what? That is not a pom-pom I'm carrying. That is not a pom-pom. It's a ball of flames. I swear it is not a pom-pom. Merch link below. Oh, and like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And, ring the bell, leave a comment, all that cool YouTube kind of stuff. All right, folks. Alright, so remembering this clutch was a Bongo Cinnamon to a regular pied, I had the potential for making, of course, just plain old het pieds. And that's what those two are. Het pieds. But they're kind of cool. They're twins. Twins! Yep. Only the second time I've ever made twins. Still pretty cool though, huh? And they're itty bitty though. So here is a clutch mate. So this is a direct clutch mate of theirs. So look at the size difference. This one also, of course, is a het pied. So these guys were like, the little one was like 27 grams, and that one was 30 grams, I want to say, top of my head, right out of the egg. And normal to me is about 65 grams. I've had snakes, no, just a single snake that is, come out of an egg as low as 50 and as high as about 85, 90. 85, 90 is really big, 50 is really small, but 30 and 27 is pretty tiny. But, it makes sense. You had two snakes who had to survive off the exact same nutrients in that one single egg. So, that makes 60 grams worth of snake. So that's kind of cool. As an aside, little het pied girls and boys, kind of neat. And you know what? Let's look at this real fast. You guys know het pied markers. This one has a really good set of them. So you hear people talk about train tracks on het pieds. There you go. Perfect train tracks. That's this black line. So you have the white belly, and then you have the black line running down it. That's a train track. So when you hear people pop that train track thing off, that's what it means. Usually they end right down here at the cloaca. And perfect train tracks are usually right in this area. Train tracks by themselves do not mean for sure it's het pied, except for when one of the parents is definitely pied. So train tracks by themselves, if you were to pull this random snake out of a container at a snake show with no heritage, no parents, no knowledge, no nothing, and it had train tracks, there's a possibility it's het pied. Doesn't mean it is for sure though. Orange Dream, for example, a regular old Orange Dream has train tracks no matter whether it is het pied or not. So train tracks matter when they come out of some knowledge of a clutch. But you know what? Here's some other stuff that I see a lot in het pieds. So remember, one parent was a full pied, so this is definitely 100% het pied. But see all this flamey stuff? That is something I see a lot of in pieds. Those goofy alien heads, and alien heads without any faces in them, just the brown blotch. I see that a lot in het pieds. Again, doesn't mean it's het pied if you find a random snake with no heritage. But if you were looking at a clutch of possible het pieds, 50% possible or 66% possible het pieds, and you were seeing this kind of goofy alien heads, not normal blown out alien heads, this flamey stuff like that right there, little flamies here, and then train tracks. Well, there you go. And if it was only a chance, I'd pick that one if you were picking. So there's my little het pieds, and we'll put them over here. Look at these kids. They're so cute. Cute little itty-bitty guys. Nice. Put them off to the side. Reach over here. And this is definitely not groundbreaking stuff. I got a couple more. Another het pied. We'll just put that guy there. And then, so again, we got no pied, so for sure we knew there was not going to be a pied in this. Haven't seen those others, but here's Bongo. Straight up Bongo. Not a pied, but het pied. But check this out. Look at that ringer. So another thing, when you have a clutch of any kind of, there are exceptions here too. Calico. Calico makes ringers all the time. But pied often makes a ringer. So again, if you're looking at a clutch of 50% or 66% het pied babies, and you pull one out and it has a ringer like that, see the orange coming up, almost pied-ish, that's a sign of being het pied. That's actually a really good ringer there. Sometimes they're even bigger with white and stuff, so there you go. Bring that up there. So really cool. There's your Bongo pattern. Here's what it looks like from below. Get that white, and you get that orange tinge. That's just us pied showing up. So there you go. Bongo, Bongo, Bongo. So I haven't not even sexed these guys yet, so I don't even know what I've got. And then I got two Bongo Cinnamons. Again, these are all fresh out of shed, so they're all really cool looking. A couple of Bongo Cinnamons. This one's a little bit more orange. Pretty stuff though. And notice this. See, that's all washed out in that right there. I'll bring it up closer. It's all washed out in here. That's another thing when you're looking at potential het for recessives, not just pied, but some of the other ones too. When you see what is considered a normal, so this is like more of a normal Bongo Cinnamon pattern. That's right here. When you see it all blown up like that, that's often a sign you got something else going on too. So if you have to choose between two from a clutch of 50% or 66% het pieds, and you're seeing stuff like that, it's goofy, that's the one you want to pick. So here he is, beautiful Bongo Cinnamon, male or female. Like I said, there's only 3 of them here. I said 4 earlier, didn't I? I only had 3. That's my fault. I miscounted. I'm a goofball. What can I say? So here's another one. Pretty cool. So there we go. Like I said, I knew before the eggs even started to hatch that was not a Bongo Pied. And these beautiful animals are not going to be pieds. But they are het pied for me. So like I said, I'm probably going to show up. I'm probably going to keep all 3 of them. Unless all 3 are males, then probably I'll let one go. But I'm hoping one of is a male. And yeah, I guess possibly if all 3 are females, I might let one go too. But I probably, especially if it's a 1.2 group, I'll probably keep them all. Yeah, there's the head, huh? Pretty cool little snakes. And Bongo's just running around, huh? Excited. There you go. Straight up Bongo. Het pied. Awesome. All right, I'll show you Goblin, the mystery pied. And I'll show you Papa too. And stuff. I may actually let Papa go at this point because he's got last year's Bongo cinnamon het lavenders actually that I've got now. All right, folks. These, by the way, have been in the incubator their entire lives, and they're about to move to the baby rack, the real world. No more straight 88 degrees. And of course, here's Goblin, just to show you what I'm talking about when I say she's a mystery pied. And we're going to have to go 3 years and grow her up and figure out what she is. There's the Goblin face. Yeah. Like I said, clearly this is not an average pied, right? She just isn't. I have no idea what she is, though. And obviously she's not a Bongo pied whatsoever either. So, I don't know. 3 years is a long time to wait, but we're going to have to wait it. I'll probably put a regular, just a base pied to her. Got a little poopy on her head there, sorry. Didn't wipe her head off. You know, I'll have to put a base pied or something to her. Something where I know what her reaction is. You know, and just see what we get. So, hey, Goblin. Anybody has any idea what they think she is? I got no clue. Alright, buddies. As she races off the table. And here's Papa, proving why we call them ball pythons, all curled up in a solid ball of Bongo cinnamon glory. There he is, speaking out at you. Hey, buddy, come on out. There's your big Bongo cinnamon pattern. Chunky guy. I only bred him to that female this year, so he's basically had the ear almost the whole way off. Was that, buddy? And I probably will list him up on Morph Market at this point. And I believe he originally was produced by Breeder's Circle. But I bought him secondhand myself. So I don't even know. There's the head. Hey, buddy. A drop of water on you. There you go. It's a cool morph. Like I said, many times earlier in videos, Bongo is a heavy hitter for pattern mutation stuff. Now he's all running away. He went from the ball to running. But you can see his pattern pretty good this way, huh? Pretty cool.